Hey there, friend. Welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro. Why don't you come on in here with me and let's get together and open our Bibles up. And don't forget now, this is Daily Dose Radio. This is your home for organic Bible study that's fresh and delicious, artisanally made, and responsibly handled, locally sourced. It's all right here on Daily Dose Radio. 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week, studying the Psalms verse by verse. And so today we're going to look at Psalm 18, verses 33 and 34. And this is where I get the title for this week's lesson, Like Hinds' Feet. So we began yesterday talking about the God who is our rock, for our God is a rock. And I made mention of the fact that the New Testament describes Christ as the rock who followed the children of Israel around in the wilderness. And Jesus mentions his word as the rock upon which to build life. So we come here to this passage, who is a rock except our God? Well, we kind of understand that analogy, don't we? We understand the firmness, the protection, the shelter, all that a rock gives us. And so we come to 33 and 34, and why don't I just read those for us? He maketh my feet like hinds' feet, and setteth me upon my high places. He teacheth my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken by mine arms. Okay. And the hinds' feet, he sets on high places. Now, the hind is the red Asian deer, and the hind wasn't quite as in need of pasture land and water as other of its kind. It could survive without that for a time, and so these deer could manage themselves on high arid places. Thus the rock illustration there in verse 31. You know, God who is a rock. Well, if he's a rock and he has set me with hinds' feet on high places, then I know where I'm set. I'm set on his mountain. He's the rock that I'm placed upon. And you know, I think in my YouTube thumbnail, I created a picture of where I borrowed a picture of a mountain goat on a crag, and he's just standing there perfectly, wonderfully minding his own business. And that's what the Lord does for us. He places us on his rock. He's the rock, and he makes our feet so that they're level, they're stable, and they're confident. I'm not going to slip. You know, you put me up there with my feet, and I would be afraid I would slip. But you give me hinds' feet, and I'm not going to slip. And the other thing is, hinds' feet are swift feet. It's a very fast animal. And again, to have fast feet, you need to be confident in your footing. So the confident footing of the hind is the illustration here, set upon a high place, that is a rock. And not only that, but he teaches my hands to war. So he transforms my feet so that they don't slip. And he teaches my hands to war so that it can break, or that is, bend a bow of bronze. So you see the rock analogy again comes through here. He makes me strong. He girds me with strength. And now he teaches my hands to be strong. So from my feet to my hands, I am transformed because the Lord wishes to keep me. And so he gives me confidence in my footing, confidence in my labor. So when you read this 34th verse, teaches my hands to war, what are you in a battle over? It's not fighting with weapons. It's fighting for the gospel. It's defending the gospel. You know, it's standing firm in the gospel and defending. It's sending out the gospel. It's fighting for the lives of other people by preaching the gospel. That's the work of the hands. And it could also be that the work of your hands is what you do on a daily basis, that you do in glory of God, for the glory of God. Because remember what Paul tells us in Colossians, that in whatever you do, do all to the glory So, to the glory of God. So, he's teaching my hands to do a wonderful work, and that wonderful work is glorifying him. I'm bending that bow of bronze, or that bow of steel is what it says here. Bending it. And people aren't normally able to do that kind of thing. But the believer is, because God gives him the ability to transform his daily work into something wonderful, something that glorifies God. Is that you? Did you need to hear that one? Yeah. So, look to him to transform your feet and your hands, to glorify him in every place you go and in everything you do. Well, join me again tomorrow, and we're going to look at verses 35 and 36 here on Daily Dose Radio.